How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Port Vale Youth Academy Legends career mode here on FIFA 19. We are now in League 1. Now, before I start off this episode, I just want to give a few shout outs to other people who are doing this type of series who I think deserve it. The first person who I'm going to shout out goes by the name of HWM Plays. He is currently doing a Youth Squads Legends, Youth Academy Legends, series currently with Swindon Town in League 2, so if you guys want to go and check him out, all links will be in the description to all of these channels. Next up is a YouTuber called Long Live Patback. He is currently doing a series called The Legendary Academy, and he's doing it with Oldham. Next up is the Touring Bus FIFA. He is currently doing a series called Youth Academy Stars. He's doing it with Tranmere. He is very funny. He is a very funny guy, so go and subscribe and watch his series because it is quite fun to watch. They're all fun to watch. I love watching these series, that's why I made one. The final person I want to shout out is Sultan of Foot. He is currently doing a series called Project Rebuild with Mansfield. He's currently on episode 66. I'm just looking at it on my tablet. He's currently on episode 66 of the series, which is pretty mad considering that it's January. So he's done very, very well to get as far as he has. So definitely go and check him out because you have a long series on your hands to watch if you so wish to watch it. All links will be in the description, of course. Now let's get on with this episode. If you didn't hear me already, yes, we are now in League 1. If you guys missed the last episode, I highly suggest you go watch it because if you don't watch it, you'll have missed an entire season of this series. So that'll be in a link at the end of the video. And so we're now in League 1. I will show you the first team and things like that, and then I'll show you my transfer targets, of which there's only a couple anyway, and also have a look through the free agents to see if there's anyone good I can find. So as you can see, this is the current starting 11. I don't think that will change so much this season because I am very, very satisfied with this team right now. Of course, if we don't perform in League 1, then obviously I will change it, but that is the current starting 11, and these are the substitutes which are used pretty much throughout the entirety of last season as well. Great substitutes to have. However, I may be making a couple of changes, and I'll show you in a second. But as you can see, we have a hell of a lot of reserves, which means that some people are going to have to be shifted. So this is my current transfer and loan list. I'll do it this way. So on the transfer list, Luciano Arnos, Elliot Morgan, Emmanuel Rocha, Yusuf Al Said, and Reynaldo Moyano. Now, Moyano's not played a single game for the club, and he won't. He just won't. We've got way too many left backs, and Rakic and Alexander are the main two left backs. There's no denying that. So Moyano and Morgan will go. Rocha, I just didn't use him much, and I have other players that are younger and approaching better than him. Yusuf Al Said is now 4th choice goalkeeper as opposed to being 3rd choice, so that's why he'll leave. And Luciano Arnos now has the likes of Inacio, Harris, Marcus Hall, Aiden Richardson, Emidio Vasquez all in front of him, so he will also leave. And then you look at the loan list, and all of these people have either only just been called up or there's just too many in that position, and I'm going to loan them out. Ossian Leto will once again go out on loan. Sem Visser, Ollie Alexander, Emidio Vasquez, Mateo Hara, Isaac Roberts, Miroslav Valencic, Pavel Gerbisic, and Sean Baker and Isaac Lee. They are all people who have either just been called up from the Youth Academy or last season, for example, in Vasquez's case, was just not quite there in terms of first team because he had other players in front of him. So if he gets a loan spell out and maybe becomes better, he might come back and fit in the first team. We'll see. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just have a look through the free agents, and if I find anyone, I will certainly show you. Now correct me if I'm wrong. This could be Messi's regen. He's an Argentinian centre forward. He's in the free agents. I think this is Messi's regen. Just from the pure fact that he could have retired out of contract. And I think if you retire out of contract, you go into the free agents. Just look at the stats on this guy. He must be Messi's regen. He's got to be. I'm definitely signing him if so. And we've got another one is here as well. Hendrik Dehane? Oh my god, I don't want to sign him just because of his name. A striker is really what I'm looking for this season, by the way. I have found other players as well, as I'll show you now. Brian Franzoni looks pretty decent. He's a centre attacking mid. Who else is there? There is Marnan Hilsner. There's more as well. There is definitely more if I can find them. Wait, who was that? Oh no. There is definitely more there. I'm guessing that's supposed to be Francisco Javier Pina Colero. That sounds like a drink. It's almost like Pina Colada, Pina Colero. And then in centre-backs we had Toby Connolly, Stefano Guillaume, who looks absolutely amazing. Those stats not so much, but those stats, my days. The only really annoying thing about finding those strikers is that I have a player on my shortlist. Where is he at? Archie Bingham. He's a 6'5" striker who plays for FC Dallas. Now, one thing I found out doing the third season is that you know how players like either don't want to relocate or they've only just joined the club. Basically, any way that you can't sign them. On the first day of the season, July the 1st, that all disappears. So, for example, right, I had Linnell Jarvis, who was available, fair enough. Justin Kuipers had only just joined his club. Chicho didn't want to relocate. Akainak didn't want to relocate, neither did he, neither did he, neither did he. He didn't. He's joining another club, and he didn't. They all did not want to relocate. Now look, we can sign them all. But as soon as I skip to July the 2nd, they will all not want to relocate again. So I either sign Archie Bingham now, or I don't sign him at all, which is really annoying because those other strikers are good. I may have to get rid of 2 strikers possibly. There is one striker I do want to get rid of. Should I sign him? And I will show you all that once I sign him, and I'm going to do that right now. I'm actually going to see if they're going to swap for Aidan Campbell because, oh well, they will. That's a good start. 1.4 million in Aidan Campbell. Aidan Campbell's a decent player, but Oliver Juho, maybe 1 overall less, but he is about, I think, 3 years younger, and he's got an exciting prospect on him, so for sure he's going to be better. So I don't mind getting rid of Aidan Campbell. However, I'm not going to pay 1.4 million as well. Let's go down to 1 million and I'll be happy with that. Will they accept? Yes, they will. Right. Archie Bingham is going to be ours once we talk about his wage and all that stuff. The budget I had was 6 million, and I had about 35,000 in wage. Maybe not. About 20 something thousand in wage I had. But this is Archie Bingham. He's not on a big wage at all. He's plays in the MLS. So we should be able to sign him. Look at that. That's all he wants in money. That's ridiculous. I'll get rid of the goals bonus. The reason I want Archie Bingham, okay, 2.4, that's fine. The reason I want Archie Bingham, well, I've got him now, is to be back up to Dylan Dillon realistically, because Dylan Dillon is the tall, strong striker. He's also fast as well. We don't really have another one, so that's why I got Archie Bingham, and he's now even taller. He's 6'5", and he's even faster than Dylan Dillon, but not quite as good. That means we can now put Hugh Price onto the transfer list. Good stats, not very good player. That's all I can say about him. He's promising, but especially his weak foot lets him down for a start. His stats, you may think, oh my god, he's going to be sick. 85 strength with 81 sprint speed, and also those stats, but he's just not very good. He ended up dropping out of the first team in favour of Harvey Hall and Mehdi Abu Hamed. And look at Abu Hamed's stats. I mean, he is a very small, quick striker, which is what you want. He's only got 2-star, but it doesn't even matter. Dylan Dillon's the physical guy, not him. He's the other guy. So yeah, that's why him and Dylan Dillon work so well together up front. But he may be dropped to the bench as well eventually in favour of the possible Messi regen I'm bringing in. I mean, as much as I don't want to bring in really high overall players, that's the only way I'm going to get up to the Premier League as quickly as possible. I got up to League One with a team that has multiple 70 rated players and an 84 rated player in it. and nearly an 80 rated goalkeeper. So it's the only way I'm going to get out of this situation and get into the Premier League. But if we sign them now, we keep them for longer, and you guys will get more used to having them around. So there we go. Anyway, let's go into one of these tournaments. Let's go into that one. I might play a game in this tournament actually, just to play some of the out of favour players, just to see how they do. Transfer offer for Rocher, Sarpsborg, 740,000. I'll want a bit more than that, please. Not 1.1 million though. That's too steep. Say 850, and then minimum of 790, just so it sounds better. So I'll simulate this game against Frosinone. Jesus, look at that Hall in my team. Got Marcus Hall, Will Hill, and Harvey Hall just all in a line. Looks so weird, but we win 2-1 over. That's a Serie A team right there. Frosinone, no, they're not. They were a Serie A team. Let's just leave it at that. They've got the actual badge in the game, so there you go. Here we go then. Angers away. Angers, however you say it. Just call them Angers. And we win 1-0. So we've got to be through then. If the other two teams drew, we're through already. But we're not, because we've got to play Valladolid. And if we don't win, we could be out. That's just how this stupid tournament goes. Valentic can go out on loan. Vasquez, obviously they were impressed by him playing against them, so Angers have come in for him. He didn't even play against them, did he? So we can get a decent win. And we do. And now our other centre-back's injured. We already have Alexander injured, now we've got Byrne injured. Brilliant. How long's that one for? 9 days. Okay, that's fine. Fair enough. Greater X60 could do a better job than Rocher. Well, he already was. He was sitting on the bench, and Rocher was just rotting in reserves, where he deserves to be. Just tell me to shut up. Ollie Alexander is subject of interest from Norwich, and he can go there on loan if he wants. Norwich are a championship team, and they're wanting a player from a League One team on loan. I want to see. I'm not going to get the. Right, Vasquez has been loaned out, okay. Valentic has now got another offer in for him from our old buddy Dalkurd. That team that just offers for all of my players and steals all of my free agents. Right, I'm going to play this game then against Udinese just because I don't want to risk losing it and then not playing a game. So, yeah, I'll play this. Let's get into it. And that's the team that's going out against Udinese. A weakened team for sure, but it's only a friendly, and you know what? I want to give some of these players a chance. Bingham will be making his debut, well, unofficial debut. And yeah, also the midfield Mohawk is not playing in midfield, he's playing at right back. So let's do this. Oh, we're playing this one at the San Siro. That's very interesting. I didn't look at what country this tournament was in. And we're now playing at one of the biggest European stadiums. I like it. Let's do this. Does anyone else think Harvey Hall and Marcus Hall could be related? Here they are side by side, Luke. Look there. I was controlling Harvey Hall. They're both black. They've both got blonde hair. Marcus has a mohawk. Harvey just has short back and sides. Who knows? Harvey Hall, nice turn. Oh, but sorry, that's Bingham. Here we go. Bingham with the pace. Bingham with the. He hasn't got any strength. So when I start up the training, he's going in there and his strength is being trained. For sure. I'm not having a player that tall not being strong. Just doesn't work. That's a good ball in from Gallo. And Harvey Hall's hit the post with his header. Oh, god damn it. That's frustrating. Yes, there we go, Gallo. Michel Gallo, here he goes. Gives it to Harvey Hall. Bingham. Wide towards Juho, and the keeper didn't catch it as well. Oh, I could have done something better with that. It wasn't the greatest of passes from Archie Bingham, but it was decent. It's 0-0 at half time. Not the most entertaining game ever. Not many chances either. The changings are starting to be wrong. Hugh Price, who else come on? Hugh Price, Aiden Richardson, and Patrick Alexander are coming on, and whoever's going off. Yeah, there we go. Hugh Harris, Harvey Hall, and Isaac Roberts. A lot of H's in there. Hugh Harris and Harvey Hall. Go on, Harris. Go on. Oh, Alfie Harris. Oh, that was poor, lads. And Udinese have the goal. Felipe Vizeu with it. Oh well. That's annoying if we don't win this competition. Really is. That was a deflected cross. Harris came out and ended up falling over Greater X. Lovely. Here's Maya. Iniguez. Maya. We don't want Iniguez scoring. I completely forgot about him. Of course, a player that I had in my career mode last year, Gaspar Iniguez. We don't want him scoring. What a ball that is from Byrne. Go on, Wilson. Yes. Along the ground. Oh, I wanted to play it to Bingham, but he was near post. And that's the end of the game, and we've lost 1-0 to Udinese. But, in fairness, that's very positive considering the quality that Udinese have in their team. Yeah, we're on the right track. We only had one shot, but we're on the right track. Ollie Alexander's moved out on loan to Norwich. Now, this is the good bit. These are all the good players. They're good players. Hendrik De Haan, how good is he? 69, 92 acceleration, 92 sprint speed, decent ball control and dribbling. Everything else not so much. His finishing's only 54. I hate that in strikers. Brian Fanzoni's found a club and he was 70 rated. God, they don't tell you, do they? Guillaume is 72 rated, 6'1", 84 strength, 90 jumping, 84 sprint speed, and decent in the tackle. And now this is the big one. Facundo Andrade. Yes. Whether he's Messi's regen or not, I don't know. He's not as fast as De Haan, but he's worth a hell of a lot more. Jesus. He's 21. Whereas De Haan's only 18, but he's a lot better. Look at how much more he's worth. He's only worth 1.9, he's worth 8.5, which means that surely his potential is more. He's only 2 overall more. There is no way you are worth that much more money if your potential is not better. Turns out Andrade is not Messi's regen. Messi is still in the game. He's only 85 rated now, he's got no sort of speed. Messi is still in the game, so he's maybe a pre-gen? Who knows? But once Messi retires, I will find his regen. In fact, let me just check real quick if Ronaldo's retired. Let me just check that real quick. Ronaldo. Oh, no, he's still there at the good old age of 37. He's still pretty good as well. 84 rated. Nice. Just going to give him a wage of 10,000. Just straight up 10,000, and they're happy with that. There we go, 10,000. It said between 9.4 and 11.3, so I gave him 10, and there we go. Now it's time to try and get Guillaume. I'll say 3.5 for Guillaume. I don't know whether that's right, but let's try it. And they're happy with it. There we go, 3.5 for Guillaume. Yeah, there we go. We have both of our main all 3 of our main targets. Now let's stick him in the squad. So this is now how our squad is looking ahead of the season in League 1. Guillaume and Andrade go straight into the starting lineup. Can I just say Andrade's haircut is a thing of beauty, especially considering you don't get many players or regens with haircuts like that. Guillaume is there, as you can see, centre-back, and Bingham goes onto the bench. Abu Hamed is also on the bench, and yeah, this season's looking very, very tasty. But I'm going to end it there, guys. Make sure to check out all of the channels in the description that I'll link that I shouted out. And if you enjoyed it, then make sure to leave a like down below, subscribe, hit the big red button if you are new, and if you like this series and if you want to see more of it. The playlist will be linked at the end of the video in the outro screen, and of course hit that bell if you really don't want to miss a video. Make sure it looks like it's ringing, otherwise you will only receive some notifications, whereas if it looks like it's ringing, then you know, that's like these 2 lines coming out of it, then you'll receive all of them. So yeah guys, until next time, peace.
Again.